Instead of processing their own emotions, they outsource them to you. They draw on your empathy, your listening ear, your calm, your strength. And because you care, you give. But over time, you notice something. You walk away exhausted and not encouraged. You feel guilty but not grounded. You start to dread interactions that used to feel meaningful. That's not because you're unkind, it's because you're overextended. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Lem Usita, identity coach, professor, pastor, and around here we talk about who you are and how to live from that identity with clarity, strength, and peace. Today we're tackling a real one. I kind of love this topic, emotional vampires. You've met them, you've worked with them. Some of you might even live with them. These are people who drain your emotional energy, not because they're evil, but because they're unaware. I want, I want to make that point clear. They take, they pull, they demand, and they often leave you feeling guilty for wanting space. But here's what you need to know. Protecting your emotional health is not selfish. It's stewardship. So let's talk about how to recognize emotional vampires, how to set healthy boundaries, and how to live free, even if you can't completely avoid them. So let's define it clearly. An emotional vampire is someone who consistently drains your emotional energy, your focus, your time, your empathy, and then they don't necessarily replenish that emotional energy that they take from you. They might be a friend who constantly vents but never listens, or a coworker who thrives on crisis and chaos. It might be a family member who manipulates your guilt or your loyalty. It might be the leader who takes encouragement but never gives it back. Now, this doesn't mean that they're bad people. Many emotional vampires operate out of pain, insecurity, or unhealed trauma. But if you're not careful, their lack of self-awareness can deplete your sense of self. In identity terms, emotional vampires challenge your boundaries and your ability to stay centered in who you are when others pull on your emotional capacity. Now, here's what's happening underneath. Emotional vampires often haven't learned to self-regulate. Instead of processing their own emotions, they outsource them to you. They draw on your empathy, your listening ear, your calm, your strength. And because you care, you give. But over time, you notice something. You walk away exhausted and not encouraged. You feel guilty, but not grounded. You start to dread interactions that used to feel meaningful. That's not because you're unkind, it's because you're overextended. When someone repeatedly pulls from your emotional energy without reciprocity, your nervous system interprets that as drain, and it literally costs you energy, focus, and peace. You guys know what I'm talking about? Some of you know what I'm talking about. This is where identity formation becomes crucial. People without clear identity tend to either absorb everyone else's emotions or shut down completely. But boundaries are not walls, they're clarity. They define where you end and someone else begins. A boundary says, I can love you, but I won't lose myself to you. It says, I can care for you, but I can't carry you. Your emotions are real, but they are yours to manage. When you start living from your true identity, rooted, self-aware, secure, you begin to notice who drains your energy and who restores it. And that clarity allows you to reposition people in your life without resentment. Now, I want to give you 5 practical ways to handle emotional vampires. Here's how you can protect your energy while staying grounded in compassion and wisdom. Number 1, identify the drain. Ask yourself, who do I feel consistently tired, anxious, or defensive around? Your body knows before your mind admits it. So awareness is the first boundary. Once you name the pattern, you can begin to change it. Number 2, stop trying to fix them. You can't heal someone by over functioning for them. Many emotional vampires unconsciously train others to be their emotional regulators. Your job is not to manage their mood, it's to manage your availability. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is to stop rescuing. Number three, script healthy responses. When you set new boundaries, you'll need new language. Try simple, calm statements like, I care about you, but I can't talk about this again right now. I don't have the capacity for that conversation today. Or I'll trust you'll figure this out. Short, direct, compassionate, no guilt required. Number four, limit access, not compassion. Boundaries are about access, not affection. You can still wish someone well. You just don't have to be their 24-hour emotional outlet. This means spending less time, responding slower, or meeting in group settings rather than one on one. Protecting your peace doesn't mean cutting off your kindness, it means managing your availability with wisdom. Number five, reinvest your energy in life giving relationships. Once you reclaim your energy, reinvest it intentionally. Spend time with people who fill your soul, not just occupy it. Build relationships marked by reciprocity, mutual encouragement, honesty, and laughter. Remember, your identity grows best in environments of mutual nourishment, not constant extraction. Now, let's be honest. Sometimes emotional vampires are coworkers, relatives, or even ministry partners, and you can't always walk away. In those cases, focus on emotional containment rather than emotional absorption. That means ground yourself before the interaction. So take deep breaths, prayer, centering thought, and set a time limit mentally. Debrief after, take a walk, journal, or pray it out. It's not about pretending they don't affect you, it's about ensuring they don't define you. There's a difference. Now, here's the deal. You can love people deeply without letting them drain you. You can show compassion without losing clarity. You can live connected without becoming consumed. Boundaries are not rejection, they're recognition. They say, I'm responsible for my peace, my energy, and my identity. Now, if this conversation resonated with you, share it with someone who needs permission to set healthy boundaries. If you want to go deeper, let me know, and I'll share with you a short guide on emotional boundaries and identity. Remember, when you protect your energy, you protect your capacity to love well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.